and dopamine, we can create a timeline of male lust that's measured in seconds. Women's response times look almost geological in comparison. But if you think that means women are always in control of their lust, think again. Lust has men on the hair trigger. But with women, it's a much slower fuse. It's a difference born from hundreds of thousands of years of evolution.
Over evolutionary history, it's been more adaptive for men to experience a lot of sexual desire, and for women to be a little bit more cautious in their sexual desire. The more women a man impregnated, the more likely he is to leave offspring. If a woman becomes pregnant, that has tremendous amounts of costs. You have to go through the pregnancy, you have to help raise the child. So for women, it pays a lot more to be on the lookout for a good man rather than just any man.
Women may be pickier, but men aren't entirely indiscriminate. And what they look for in a woman has given rise to a female version of peacock feathers, or Elvis sunglasses.
When men are asked to choose between women, they're more likely to go for the one that's nicer, that's the more caring woman. And so what we find is when women have lust, romantic desire on their mind, they're displaying this niceness, this agreeableness.
To prove his theory, Vlad is rigging the lobby of an office building and the street outside with some hidden cameras. The cover story for this experiment goes like this. There's a casting call for a TV show. The women are told they should dress as if for a first date.
You want to just have a seat? Okay, thank you.
The first group of women are asked to sit in an empty lobby and await further instructions.
Afterwards, the women are going to come out here and they're going to see Rochelle with those boxes over here. And Rochelle's going to be a little bit struggling with the boxes, and we want to know whether the women are going to help Rochelle or not help Rochelle with the boxes.
Watch what happens when these women are instructed to go outside and around the corner to the casting call.
Grab these doors to the left. To the left? Okay. All right, thank you.
It's a cold, hard world out there on the streets of Hollywood.
Now, did you notice the woman carrying the boxes?
I noticed, and I was like, wow, she's really struggling. I was like, should I stop or should I not? I mean, I don't know why I was thinking so much into it, because usually I would stop. I don't think it would, if you're going to help somebody, you're going to help. But if you're not, you're just not going to help.
And now for the second group of women. Same scenario, except this time there are a couple of handsome, flirty guys in the lobby.
Okay, that one looks all right.
Here comes the first subject. And there she goes.
Can we smell?
No, I just didn't want to sit right in between the two.
It's more awkward to be like, hey, what's your... What is your name?
Oria.
Oria? I'm Kareem.
Nice to meet you. Nails.
One of the men leaves, pretending to get a phone call, giving Kareem the opportunity to turn on the charm.
Yeah? That's your style? Where are you from?
I'm originally from Florida.
Florida.
But before that, I lived in New York.
I met a girl from New York, and she's like, yeah, out there, we like, man, we just tell him. And I was like, you guys are, it just seemed like everyone's a little too aggressive for me.
I just don't function like that as a person.
Right.
So, like, I would never just go up to a guy and be like, you're the one I want. You know, the man is supposed to be the pursuer, and the woman is supposed to be pursued.
Mostly, you can go.
After a friendly conversation about dating, the woman is told to head off to the casting call.
Bye.
Nice meeting you.
Do you need help?
Yeah, if you could just get the door, thanks. Thank you so much. You're welcome.
Looks like you can depend on the kindness of strangers, if they have lust on their minds.
Hi.
That was actually it. Yeah, walk down the end of the building, right?
That's crazy.
Hi, my name is Vlad. I'm a professor at the University of Minnesota.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Now, what we're actually interested in today is the kind of factors that lead others to help other people. So what was going through your mind when you saw this other woman and she was juggling some boxes and was trying to get into her car?
It just seemed like it would take a second. It seemed harmless.
The second group display the classic behavior of women experiencing lust. Unconsciously, they want the man to know they are helpful individuals.
Are you here for the show too?
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know what we're doing either. They just said come like you're going on a hot first date, so.
Maybe this is the first date.
I know. Oh my God. She looked like she was overwhelmed with the boxes, and I was like, oh my God, I went over.
Right.
No, come on.
No, you do have ridiculous good eyes, though.
Oh,
They're
thank
gorgeous.
you.
Oh, what a tough job. Hold on, I'll get it for you.
Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Women experiencing lust clearly want to show a man that they care about others. And the reasons, once again, are buried deep in evolutionary history.
One possibility is that women who are nicer are less likely to leave the man, to cheat on the man in a future relationship. Another possibility is that the woman would be a better caring mother, which is, of course, very important in evolutionary history.
So the next time you see a woman being nice, don't assume this is a selfless act. Her unconscious need to express her desirability as a mate is probably governing her behavior. The shadow of lust seems to fall over almost everything we do. Is there any way to be free of it? Consciously and unconsciously, evolution has hardwired us to act in a way that maximizes our appeal to the opposite sex.
When people are in a lustful state, men spend more money, men become more aggressive, women become more altruistic, men make different financial investments. All of these behaviors that initially appear to be outside of the realm of mating or lust are all influenced by this very powerful biologic urge.
What's going on inside our bodies? Dr. Alessandra Relini from the University of Vermont is studying the biology of sexual desire. Her scientific protocol doesn't involve x-rays or drawing blood. Instead, she shows her patients dirty movies.
You're going to be watching two videos. One is going to be a video of Russian culture, and then one of explicit sexual pictures. There is a heterosexual couple engaging in sexual behavior. Throughout the entire time of the videos are on, you move this to indicate how sexually aroused you feel. If at any
Alessandra keeps careful track of how sexually aroused her subjects think they are, and compares that data with how their bodies react physically. To do that, she attaches sensors to measure vital signs like heart rate and blood pressure.
And then there is the vaginal photoplethysmograph. This is something that you insert in your vagina on your own.
I've never done anything like this. You know you're doing it for science, so it's all positive. But I don't know.
This is a device that it's one of the most commonly utilized devices to measure blood flow into the genitals. Now, the capillary bed in the vaginal walls become engorged with blood during sexual arousal. So we have an indirect measure of blood flow by looking at how much light is being reflected back. So with this, we get to see what your body does. And here, you tell us what your mind does.
Okay. Thank you.
Still, you have your feet up and you're sitting relaxed on your chair.
Yeah, I'm all set.
The first 3 minutes of the video the subject watches is a 1990s promotional film from the Russian Tourist Board. Its erotic content is non-existent.
It's working just fine, and she's down to the baseline.
Then the video switches from Soviet propaganda to pornography. Immediately, the woman's heart rate accelerates, her body temperature rises, and the photoplethysmograph records increased blood flow to her genitals. Her vital signs say she's getting turned on, but her mind is having none of it. In fact, she's actually moving the dial lower. She feels she's getting turned off. It's a pattern Alessandra sees in most of the women she studies.
For some women, what they're telling me, no, this video is really not doing anything for me, it's not sexually arousing, we see actually their bodies responding a great deal. If you now want to follow me in the room.
For male subjects, Alessandra uses a device similar to the plethysmograph to measure the change in blood flow to the penis. And once again tracks the relationship between bodily responses and mental arousal.
This was the heart rate. When you take a man and you show the man an erotic video, and then you ask them how much sexual arousal did you experience during the video, their subjective response of how aroused they were, it's going to be highly correlated with what you see physiologically.
You could definitely tell the difference from watching a video of a countryside and a road rather than pornography.
Men get aroused quickly, and they don't seem to have much of a mental filter when it comes to lust.
One of the important differences between men and women and lust is that for men it's easier to become lustful. For women it takes a little bit more time. Evolutionarily, women have had to be more careful because making a poor choice for a woman might leave you pregnant and without a potential husband.
Men